Yo, YouTube, this is 60 FPS Tech. Wanted to make a Path of Diablo video for you. It's a modification of Diablo 2 that I've been playing for over a month now and gotten pretty hooked on it. So, the first thing you'll notice is that the inventory is massive. There's actually an inventory specifically for charms, and then you have your regular inventory. So, if you try to use a charm outside your charm inventory, it won't work. So it's just dedicated for charms. So that way you can run the full gamut of charms and then still have a nice inventory to use, which is pretty thoughtful, I think. A nice change there. I also really like how the inventory here has been compacted. But we're gonna do a T1 map, which is basically like the first tier of end game content after Hell Bale. So I'll talk about more of that in a minute, but gear right now is basically +3, +15 as shoot us for lightning build. We have Shaco, P Topaz, and we have upped Viper Magi with another P Topaz, and it's pretty sweet +3 lightning skills, MF amulet, and just 2 resist rings. My resists aren't perfect, even in hell mode. That's something I'm trying to get work on, but just a work in progress. And arachnid mesh, of course. These are pretty awesome boots that I crafted. Tri-res, regen mana. These are caster boots, and I also rolled some pretty good MF, which is nice. Standard frostburn and spirit in a monarch. So this is an energy shield build. So the goal is to get as many plus skills as possible to get energy shield as high as possible, and then just slam everything in energy to use that as health instead of actual health. So it's been pretty effective so far, staying alive, absorbing a ton of damage. And we have a +18 to lightning skills, which is huge. There's a couple changes to the skill set in Path of Diablo. One of them is Lightning Surge. It's basically just lightning, about exactly the same. Lightning Mastery, I think, is slightly different. I don't think it gives Pierce in Diablo 2. So we're getting, in addition to extra lightning damage, we're getting 38 resist Pierce, which is pretty awesome. It's actually incredible. It does such a good job of whittling down your opponent's lightning resist to help your damage go through. And this is actually a charge bolt build that you can use as the main attack because of the new synergies in Path of Diablo. I'm not a huge fan of charge bolt. I really like chain lightning, but they're interchangeable. Lightning surge does almost twice the damage of chain lightning, but it's just not as utilitarian as far as splitting between the mobs. So yeah, Path of Diablo, pretty interesting and really well fleshed out modification here. So last thing is corruption. So you can actually corrupt items with something called the Orb of Corruption to add modifications to them after the fact. So all of my items, a lot of them have been corrupted, but don't have any changes. So you can add extra stats on 25% of the time. You can add sockets 20% of the time. 25% of the time, nothing will happen to the item, and then 25% of the time, it will actually be downgraded to a rare. So when you see all this corrupted, the cheapest version of an item is something that's been corrupted with no changes, because that means it can't be corrupted and then upgraded later. So I have gotten some pretty sweet corruptions of a 4 open socket Tal Rasha's armor, and that is just amazing. It's worth a lot, actually, because obviously 4 open sockets for P Topazes is pretty dope in Tal's armor. So yeah, not too much to say in this video. It's just going to be basically a huge kill video, but I'll jump in if anything sweet drops, and you guys will see the loot that drops and kind of how much XP you gain and how the end game in Path of Diablo works. Alright, cool, we'll jump into it. Alright, that's our first set of inventory we've collected. Probably noticed a couple changes there to the game. My mercenary's doing splash damage. That's something that they added in. So I've corrupted his Crown of Thieves to give it +3 sockets, and put in some enhanced damage jewels as well as melee attack steal splash damage and some IAS. So he's pretty beastly. He's just wearing a standard upped shaft stop right now. Hoping to find another one that I can use an Orb of Corruption on to corrupt it, to try to get 4 sockets. That would be absolutely insane. And then an F Cryptic Axe Insight, pretty standard. This pole arm is amazing though. I mean, he's really doing pretty good damage. But yeah, basically there's a loot filter so that no bad items are visible when you hold Alt. So everything I have on me right now passes the loot filter. That's why I've picked it up. It just helps filter out all the junk that drops in Diablo 2. It really helps with loot fatigue. Something that I really got bored with in Diablo 3. Just felt like there was absolutely everything was dropping all the time, and it was really difficult to deal with. So we got this really sweet 3 open socket Monarch we're going to keep for a rune word. We finally got Angelic Ami. Thank God, I've been waiting for that for a long time. You'll notice that I have rare arrows and bolts, which are also really sweet. This just helps round out Amazons with their range slot. So the mod that we're looking for is damage on level, so maximum damage per level, and then the sweet side attributes will be plus damage, so like this one, 19 to 23. Lightning, any kind of damage is good, and then leech. So basically the best ones to look for are damage per level, raw damage, resist, and leech. So we didn't quite hit the jackpot here, which is fine. You to pick up a lot of these arrows before you start finding really good ones. These gloves are not very good. There's no strength, no dex, low res. MF is not anything to write home about, so that's sucks. That's perfect 10 lightning resist. I might keep that just because it's hardcore, and you can always use more resists in hardcore. So we'll keep this guy. And we're actually re-rolling a Grand Charm from the pits. So hopefully we might get something good out of that. Let's see if we can roll out of it. We have some crafting materials here over the side and dull. We just need some gloves or rings or amulets. We really need a P amethyst though. That's what's stopping us right now from crafting. And I have another map here. It's a tier 2 map. This drops from the tier 1 map boss, which we can do here on the next part of the video. But I do want to re-roll this Grand Charm. And as you do each tier map boss, you upgrade. Oof. Okay. I mean, I finally got a skiller. I guess that's good. Now I need a new Grand Charm to roll. I just really wish it had a secondary mod. Even a single secondary mod would have been good. But alas, it was not to be. So the tier 1 map boss is basically just a souped up version of Bloodraven who shoots cold arrow multi-shots, which is actually pretty awesome. So she actually does a pretty significant amount of damage. I usually have to rejuve a couple times when fighting her. I'll see if I can run in there right now and take her out, and we'll jump back into the video. And I'll try to remember some more changes during the next loot period. All right, here comes the fight with Super Blood Raven. We're getting extremely lucky right now. Her positioning, this is insane. I've never seen her glitch like this before. Nice. That was actually that was actually really funny. I've never seen her glitch like that before in her positioning, but that does happen occasionally on Diablo 2 bosses. So that was pretty funny. Yeah, so she dropped another tier 1 map, which is pretty common. So basically, when you're in a tier 1 map, you grind tier 1s, and then occasionally you'll get a tier 2 map. Then you can start grinding tier 2 maps, and you basically can try to find a tier 3 map. So you slowly work your way up the maps. I haven't done a tier 2 map before. I think I'm going to try it pretty soon. I think I'm strong enough, but I have to double check online to see just how strong the mobs are and how many are lightning immune. Because again, my Merc will have to kill all of those, and tier 1s already take me a little while. This is a massive map, as you can probably see. It takes about an hour to clear. Um, Maybe a little bit longer if you're making a video about it. So, yeah, that's basically tier 1 maps in Path of Diablo. I'll keep clearing and keep the video running, but you know, feel free to close out and or keep looking at the loot. All right, we'll get back to it. pretty sweet. We found an rune, which is awesome. And yeah, we got hit by one of the poison spiders, which is basically just like a gear check for poison resist and poison length reduced, which I absolutely don't meet. So we're gonna be poisoned for the next 5 minutes or so, maybe. Just gotta keep chugging health pots. Have to start picking them up now. Just in You'll notice the loot filter also modified the Like, see how Thull is just Thull, but as soon as you drop it tries to get your attention. It's showing you with a huge, pink red lettering. So it's pretty awesome. So we get a health pot. There we go. That way we won't have to use a rejuve on it. As you can see, I'm still poisoned. So we're just waiting it out. It really is an insane gear check. Or just a pain in the ass. Not sure which one it's supposed to be. But we're a little short on rejuve, so I think And we'll have to get healed as well because the merc will die from the poison. So.
Evening.
Let's ID. Alright. Okay, this is pretty sweet. So we got max damage on level and we got 2 mods worth of damage, but we got no leech. So, and I think this is the worst level per damage mod per level. I think there's one that's +1 damage per level. So I think we're gonna have to just surrender that. We're gonna hold on to these grand charms though because we want to re-roll them, right? Another angelic, nice, 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 nice. That's really awesome. I have 2, so let's do some cubing. And my OBS Studio hotkeys conflicting with my Diablo 2 potion hotkey, so I'll have to figure that out real quick. But let's just do this. Looks like we can re-roll again, which is great. Take one of these little 87 charms. 2 higher than the ones from the pit. So you can see the treasure class is pretty high. Ooh. Okay. I'll take it. First try, plus jabs with some poison damage. Can't hurt. Could be worse. I think that should be okay. There's our map for next time, our sweet unrune. We're really high in foals right now, but let me just change my hotkey real quick. So hotkeys, mute, we're gonna set that to F5. Okay, sweet. Now we're not hitting a potion every time we want to mute and unmute. So just do a quick check. Sweet. Now we need more rejuves, so I'll collect some more of those. But the way that this works is via a secret waypoint, so you actually can't jump right back into it. You have to walk through the temple and then into the TP. I probably should carry antidote potions on me. Oh man, a 6. You still want 6 open sockets. It's especially not without F. These guys have really high lightning resist. One of the things I really like about Chain Lightning is that it just aims for you. Especially in hardcore, it's just nice to know that you can just shoot a bunch of lightning into an area and know it's going to kill shit. And it just kind of guarantees you the room will be a bit safer than if you just tried to shoot a bunch of lightning in at random or teleport in and then charge bolt after the fact. With Chain Lightning, you kind of only have to expose yourself to danger from the first mob in the room. You just keep shooting that guy, and then the chain lightnings will course out of him and kill everyone else in the room. See, I didn't shoot any of those guys directly, but they're all dead. This is supposed to be, like I said, a charge bolt build. But, I don't know, there's just something about chain lightning I really like. See, I can use this Stormcaster to not even have to enter the room and shoot into it. Certainly a lot slower, but safer. we took quite a lot of damage there. Must be a hero or something. Yeah. Those fucking guys really hurt. I panicked and used about 3 rejuve pots there. Luckily we weren't cursed. But ranged physical damage is basically always going to be our Achilles heel, so... There is a cool little feature here too, actually, which summarizes your stats. So you see 89. Fire resists could be a lot better. No magic resist. I guess I have 10% damage reduction. That's from Arax or my rings. I'm not sure actually, but yeah. 133 faster cast rate. A little high. I need to drop that for more resistances, but we'll get there. Magic Find, 163, just incidental, just enough to try to get something going there. But yeah, let's see what we got.
Good day.
So not too much.
Afternoon.
Steel drivers, crap. That's crap. Crap. I think this Berserker Axe might be used for a rune word, but I don't remember. So we gotta find out later. Gotta keep the rejuves topped off. Pretty tedious task, but not much else you can do. They're not dropping full rejuves for some reason. I guess because they're not heroes. We have an Amethyst now, and with a Thul, I think we need the boots for Thul. But with Am, we can make a ring. Or neck, I can't remember. So we'll pick up one of each, and then we'll craft it. But for now, let's re-roll this Grand Charm. 2 for 2. Ah. Well, it wasn't meant to be on that one, I guess. And we're almost done with the map, so we'll clear this out. That guy is both immune to lightning and immune to physical, so definitely not going to be able to take him down. My one big fear of playing Chain Lightning is I'm going to leave an item on the ground from the Chain Lightning that forked somewhere I didn't see. So you got to be very cautious and overly diligent. When you clear the map, just gotta make sure that you're going in every direction. Not too many directions at the same time, that you lose track of where you're clearing. And those teleports, those accidental teleports get me every time. I think my Merc is poisoned though. And he'll have to leech his way out of that. Should be the last couple rooms here now. This room is just exactly where Chain Lightning shines. Always target the spiders with extreme prejudice. There's an amulet. Still need a ring though. So I'm pretty sure the recipe with Thul is, or Am is for the ring. Yeah, amulet is Ral. So, well, there's a rare ring. Come on, mother. There we go. The strangling gas potion is really taking up that much life. Shit, we're gonna have to pot. That is so annoying. Okay, you know what? Should not have stood on that strangling gas. Oh, well. You get 2 well charges per run, so we will use one. Alright, that helps us quite a bit now. Don't need that crap. To get to the last final hallways, it gets a little tough to make sure you hit them all. Chain Lightning can also kill guys that are lagging on your screen too, which I think is really underrated for. Because the server does the targeting, you don't actually have to shoot multiple guys. If you shoot one guy that's not lagging, it'll kill all the other guys that are lagging. Get another ring. But we need another amethyst. There we go. He crap. Holding us back there. One more run. Mostly charms. We're basically looking for runes. This isn't a strong magic find build. It's also taking us a little bit longer to clear than I thought, but it is quite a map, as I said, so. If I wasn't picking up so many arrows, I would have cleared a lot faster. 3 to war cries, wow. That's, I think that's worth something. I probably should be picking up more amulets at this rate. Was not expecting that. Man, we have so many gems too. If I wasn't trying to re-roll charms, I would make it a lot faster through these runs. Might have to stop actually trying to farm those. I think it's slowing me down too much. And I think I can find more runes if I just keep pushing through. Stop picking up stuff. I'll have to try that once. See how fast I can get through a clear. See how long it takes me. "15 strength, great. 1 energy, not great. 18 mana, not great. Quad res, okay. Fire res is good, but there's no magic find. There's no faster cast rate. This really isn't gonna help, unfortunately. Damn. Well, keep those guys. Actually, we have 4 Thulls. We need more caster boots. I guess we're just not dropping in this dungeon, this map. So, let's see. Yeah, if there was more res on that castrate ring, that would be really good with 15 strength, but just wasn't quite there. Actually at crossroads here, so have to be careful. Check every direction. I actually had a block there. Okay, there's way more to this map left than I thought there was. Like, at least 3 times more. This is just insane. I thought I was going to be done 2 inventories ago. Just keeps going. Right now, I think we're really close. Alright, I think we got it. Let's check. Can you change the opacity? Hmm. I didn't even know you could do that fade part. I don't like that. That's interesting. A little more visible. Yep. I think that'll do it, guys. Let's see if we got anything sweet. Nope. 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 Not too surprising, though. Charms are a finicky. Finicky bunch. So, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Super long Path of Diablo video, but hope you watched as much as you wanted to. Not anything extra. And hope you liked all the changes. The mod's pretty awesome. I'm actually just completely addicted to it right now. So, been throwing a lot of time at it and getting a lot out of it. So, really fun. Looking forward to pushing higher maps. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.